Welcome back to South Africa.
Thank you so much.
Taraji, welcome for the first time.
No, it's welcome back. Her family was here 400 years ago.
I've never been here. Thank you.
Well, officially welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I think the trip has been quite eventful for you guys so far. I mean, you were doing the press yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video on your Instagram feed, which was incredible, just to see the scores of people everywhere. What is it like for you to be back and be here?
Oh, wow. For me, the first time it was overwhelming on a spiritual level, because this country is just so rich in culture. And the people are beautiful, and it's exactly what I thought it would be. And I've been conversing with South African fans for years, since Twitter came about, so I knew I had love here. And the reason I cried, it was all of that I just mentioned, but the fact that I've been told my entire career that black women can't do anything overseas, you know, we're not marketable overseas. And, you know, I've been to Japan, I've been to France, Monte Carlo, and now Africa, and the reception has been the same everywhere. But here, seeing all of those people in one place for us, I just got really choked up.
And for me, watching Taraji's response to the love that we received yesterday gave me the feeling that I've always wanted to have when we're on the plane coming over here. I said to her, the cells within your body hasn't been here for 400 years. They've been longing to get to this place right here. So when you arrive, there's going to be a family reunion. But remember, Africa is the cradle of civilization. The oldest bones of man comes from South Africa, in this African continent. So every race and every culture, when they come here, there's a sense of homecoming. Whether they're from the Netherlands, there's a homecoming here, and that's why people feel so grounded when they get here. And to see that reflected in your actions and in your face yesterday, and to see it in the tears of joy and longing. You know, those are the same tears that I think every race feels when they get here, because we're reminded, you know, that South Africa is a country of many races, and there's room for all the various races in South Africa, and we see it reflected. It made us so happy.
And I think what's incredible about this as well is that it's because of a show like Empire that you guys, you know, I mean, when you signed on for it, you were reluctant to do it initially. Mm-hmm. And you said that you wanted Terrence to play alongside you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's incredible, because you have to do roles that kind of scare you. You have to do things that scare you. I mean, this stuff scares me sometimes, meeting people like you. But you have to get yourself out there in order to put this project out there and make sure that everybody loves it, which they do. Yeah. I mean, 2 seasons later, you know, rave reviews, interviews all over the place. Now you find yourself in South Africa. So you must feel blessed to be part of a show like Empire.
Absolutely blessed and honored that we're changing lives. We're, you know, because of the subject matter that we deal with and how we deal with it in truth and honesty, it's causing families to have conversations that they needed to have. You know, it's causing people to talk about mental illness, you know, because that's real, especially in the black community. You know, it's taboo to think
talk
that
about that.
You know, talk about it, or I'm going to go see a shrink. I know my white man going to break me down, you know what I mean? But I feel like all black people are suffer from some you know
PTSD.
what? I take that. But I also, because raising my son and his friend, because, you know, he grew up in a multicultural situation, right? And all of his friends, and watching them grow up. And then when those rose-colored glasses come off. And I don't think it's just black people. I say, yes, we do, but we don't have the resources to get the help we need. But I've seen his white friends go through it. When they take those rose-colored glasses off and society is telling, oh, you and your friend, this is different. You're different from him, and they've been growing up playing and not seeing color all this time. And that's why you have a lot of issues with adolescents becoming teenagers, because those rose-colored glasses come off, you know. That's a human thing, mental illnesses. And it transcends color, you know, the issues that we deal with. The
universal issues.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think what's amazing about the show is you keep it real, you keep it raw, you keep it authentic. Mm-hmm. And I mean, some of the stuff that you say in the show, Cookie, like, Lucius, you want Cookie's Nookie, you got to ditch the bitch. You know, I mean, I love that. And Terrence, for you as well. I mean, I see in season 2 there's a scene where Hakeem betrays you, and he decides no, he's going to vote against you so that you are outed as the CEO. And then you go back to the house, and there's that scene where you're shooting the awards, and Cookie walks into the room, and it's such a powerful scene. I was literally going, what is he going to do? Is he going to shoot her? What's going to happen here? You know, and I think that's so powerful for me in this show, because you do keep it real, and that for you is obviously the brief in your minds as well, that you want to keep it quite authentic. Correct?
Oh yeah.
That moment when she comes in around the corner, you know, what wasn't on the page, like as actors, you know, we kind of dig deeper to try and bring a backstory to it. You've got to think for 17 years, he hadn't seen her. But for those 17 years, he's built this huge billion-dollar corporation. And his sons are all following according to what he's wanted. And now within this 1 year of her coming out of prison, his whole world has crumbled. And so it wasn't written on the page, but when I turned that corner and saw her there, that rage of having that there, because you blame everybody else for your mistakes. You know, that was behind his eye at that point. There was an anger right there. And then the anger couldn't hold up against the love that he had for her. That's why when the gun came down so quickly and he turns into a child inside of her arms, and instead of her cradling him, oh, baby, 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 she did what every woman needs to do in order to keep their man strong. Wipe them damn tears.
And that wasn't written.
No.
That part wasn't written. When I grabbed his hanky and said, get yourself together and get down here, that wasn't written.
There's so much of that in the show. I mean, I think there was one scene as well where you almost seducing him and you show your behind.
Oh, to the whole, oh God, I love that because
no, when you walked out of the room, out of the
restaurant?
Yes, yeah.
And no one knew I was going to do that. No one knew.
What was your reaction? Were you also...
I'm married, so I can't tell you about my reaction. But in my reaction was earnest and real.
Real. I love it. Okay, so there's a cliffhanger in season 2 that we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys know what's going to happen.
Don't.
But let's hypothetically say that you are rehearsing for season 3. How do you guys get into the mood? So you're sitting in the room, you've rehearsed your lines, Jazzy's filmed you sleeping, something like that. How do you guys get into that mind frame again? Do you take a moment? Do you come together? How does it happen? I mean, Cookie and Lucius, if they were here now, what would happen?
We'd be talking crap about each other behind
Yes,
each
totally
other's
talking.
back.
And he'd be trying to flirt and get me back in that bedroom, and I'd be telling him, no, you missed your chance.
And I'd be like, no, our time will come.
But it's easy because, you know, now we're approaching the 3rd season, and we've all become really close on and off set. Speak to Jesse pretty much every other day.
He calls you every day?
No, not every
He
day.
texts me once a week.
No, we just call when we feel like it. We're not on any schedule.
Preferences, eh? He likes mommy more than he likes dad.
I get it.
Anyway, because he knows what he's going to get when he calls me. No one knows what they're going to get
I know
on any
who
given
he
day
is.
calling
He's
you.
daddy's little girl. That's what it is.
Oh, cut it out.
Lucius and Cookie, I mean, that's what it is. So, okay, so in closing, what can we look forward to from you guys and in being part of this amazing show? I mean, I love it. I really do. The music is incredible. The performances are, like I said, I've alluded to it already. You guys are incredible. And I'm not saying it because you're sitting in front of me. I'm saying it because I really, really believe it. So
Thank you. I feel it. Thank you so much. I just hope we don't change much. You know, like just keep the storylines about the family. And I think we'll be all right, because I think that's why people tune in. It's not about the sensationalism of, ooh, this guest star is going to be on this. And I think we learned that early on in the 2nd season. That's not what made our show. Mm-hmm. And so towards the middle of the 2nd season, you saw us refocus ourselves back to family issues. And I think if we stay there, we're good.
is Cookie going to sing? One more question, sorry.
You know what? She may. I'm not opposed to it at all.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
Writers, if you're watching this, Cookie wants to sing in season 3, please. Thank you so much. It's really great to meet you.
Now, do me a favor. Will you show me some of that stuff the CIA taught your ass?
I'll call you.
I got some of that
I'll
stuff.
call you.